I know somebody's probably saying, "What are you doing up this time of night? And why are you online?" Well, I found it very unique, some of the things that I heard. And this story, I just could not wait. I mean, tomorrow, according to some, she just might be the president. So before that happens, I wanted to make sure that I at least came on and shared my thoughts. Well, looks like Kamala Harris claims that she did not eat her first grape until she was well into her 20s. Let's just get into this story, shall we? Vice President Kamala Harris claimed Monday to have never eaten a grape until she was in her 20s, citing her belief to never cross a picket line. Growing up with progressive activist parents, the vice president recounted her years long support for labor movements, including the grapes boycott in her home state of California. The last and the longest took place from 1984 through 2000. Harris would have been about 19 or 20 when it started, and it ended the month after she turned 36. She's quoted as saying, "The farm workers movement was very much a part of my childhood," the vice president told the nation. And she continues with, "This sounds quaint. So I'm reluctant to say it, but I didn't eat a grape until I was in my 20s, like literally, had never had a grape." She continued, "I remember the first time I had a grape, I went, wow, this is quite tasty." It was absolutely ingrained so deeply in me, never cross a picket line. Well, there she is, enjoying the beautiful grapes. There's Cesar Chavez. The story continues with, "If that's true, then Harris would have run afoul of her own moral code at a time when the United Farm Workers and Cesar Chavez were pushing for fair conditions for workers." The first grape strike was organized by the Agricultural Workers Organizing Committee and lasted 1965 through 1970. Harris, born 1964, would have spent her earliest years growing up as labor activists actually shunned the fruit. Another occurred in 1973, initiated by Chavez and the United Farm Workers. Harris's Monday comments are not the first time that she's offered a timeline that has prompted questions. There she is, enjoying some meat. She looks like she's enjoying this meat. Look at her there. After an appearance on the Breakfast Club radio show in February of 2019, Harris was initially mocked for suggesting that she listened to Snoop Dogg and Tupac Shakur while smoking marijuana in college. The two artists' albums, or their first albums, came out in the early 1990s after Harris would have graduated. So there are other accounts that say, however, a fuller version of the clip, the than the one that was shared by her critics, okay, offer a different story. They show one DJ asking a question and her answering another person's question at the same time. But there's more bizarre news. And the purpose for me wanting to do this is because, like I said, hey, tomorrow she could be the president. So I wanted to get these stories out now. Let me give you the next one that I found very unique. And hello to everyone here tonight. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. It won't be before you long. I know some folks got to go to sleep. But there's another story we're going to look at with regards to her. And then we're going to look at some White House shenanigans. Now, Vice President Kamala Harris stuck to the script when asked Monday who was footing the bill for President Joe Biden's student loan forgiveness plan. Instead of answering the question, she pivoted to a talking point previously delivered by the president, saying, quote, "Well, let's start this off. First of all, a lot of the same people who are criticizing what we rightly did in following through a commitment that we made to forgive student loan debt are the same people who voted for a tax cut for the richest Americans," Harris told the reporters before boarding Air Force Two to return to Washington. There she is, There she is in the mauve colored suit. There she is with her husband behind her, smiling so feverishly. The vice president had traveled to Florida Monday to view the Artemis, the Artemis 1 rocket launch, which was delayed. A reporter on the tarmac pointed out to the vice president that the administration had not given a concrete answer on who will pay for Biden's decision to forgive $10,000 and $20,000 in American student loans. Quote, so when we look at who is benefiting from this, 90% of the people who are going to benefit from student loan forgiveness make under $75,000 a year, and that debt has been the reason that they're unable to start a family, buy a home, and pursue their piece of the American dream, Harris also pointed out. The White House has played up a similar response given by Biden during Wednesday's student loan announcement, featured in the video as well as a tweet that's here. I wonder if I hit this, what'll happen. Is this it? He's asking, is that fair? There's a multi-billion dollar businesses, multi-billion dollar, under my predecessor, the wealthiest Americans and the biggest corporations got more than their fair share. They're doing just fine. Now it's time for the working people to get the help they need. Give, 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 give. Who's going to pay for it, Joe? I don't know, but give it, darn it. Give it for the love of God. Is that fair? That's what he says. Anyway, after announcing the plan to cancel chunks of student debt, Biden was exiting the Roosevelt room when he was asked if the plan was unfair to Americans who had already paid off their loans. He says, quote, is it fair to people who in fact do not own multi-billion dollar businesses to see one of these guys getting all the tax credits? Is that fair? What do you think? Biden said, referencing to the 2017 tax package that was signed by former President Donald Trump that cuts taxes for corporations. The White House also went after a group of White House Republicans for complaining about the student loan plan while benefiting from having Paycheck Protection Program loans canceled. I hope that's who those 87,000 uh, commandants and all of the followings are for, but I doubt it. Anyway, on Wednesday, the White House press secretary, oh God, this one, Karine Jean Pierre, the Director of Domestic Policy Council, Susan Rice, and the Deputy Director of the National Economic, Contil Barat, whatever all this other stuff, struggled last week with questions about how the plan would be paid for and what it would cost. Returning to the briefing room Friday, Rama Murturi, I think, estimated that the student loan program will cost $240 billion if 75% of the borrowers take advantage. Yikes. Yikes. Who's going to pay for it? Oh, I'll tell you who's going to pay for it. Hey, it's going to be your grandbaby Nim. Thank you so much for that wonderful super chat, Bell. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Now we got one more story. Got a little bit more shenanigans because I was looking at all the stories that I had that was building up, and I was like, "Yikes! I better do something about these stories." And I said, "Well, I tell you what, let's just go ahead and let's just pump them on out, shall we? Let's pump them on out." All right, here we go. Here goes some White House shenanigans. Right, here goes a little White House shenanigans. I believe you are absolutely right. Truth freeze. I believe you are absolutely right. Jacqueline, how you doing? Dale, Melinda, Dwight, how is everybody? Hopkinson, how have you been? And Ya Okanan. I appreciate you again. I just can't say it enough. Thank you. Thank you. So now the White House official dismissed the idea of any tension between the two camps. Which two camps? Well, when former President Barack Obama went to the White House for the first time in April, he received a hero's welcome from Democrats. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi kissed Obama's hand. White House staffers eagerly angled for photos, and Democrats celebrated the Affordable Care Act, the former president's signature domestic policy accomplishment. Obama opened his remarks by saying, "Thank you, Vice President Biden." President Biden laughed and saluted, and Obama walked away from the podium and gave Biden a hug, vowing that he was just making a joke. That was all a setup, he said. But for some time, for some longtime Biden staffers, the zinger punctured the celebratory mood. They said the quip, intentional or not, as a part of a pattern of arrogance from Obama and a reminder of the disrespect many felt that the Obama's cadre of aides toward Biden. None of that is expected to be open. Is expected to be on public display, on Wednesday, which is later today for some, when Obama and the former First Lady Michelle Obama returned to the White House for a ceremony to unveil their official White House portraits. Instead, the atmosphere is expected to be similar to a family reunion filled with stories, jokes, and affection. Beneath that jovial atmosphere, however, is a long simmering tension and even some jealousy between the circles around Obama and Biden, the two Democratic presidents of the last 15 years, and the ones who bracketed what Democrats see as the disastrous tenure of Donald Trump. Some Biden loyalists are resentful that Obama didn't throw his weight behind Biden's presidential aspirations, complaining that even now Obama's team does not fully respect Biden. Obama loyalists are frustrated that Biden's aides regularly boast of how they have avoided the mistake of the Obama White House, such as failing to sufficiently tout the president's accomplishments. Well, of course, you want to talk about all the accomplishments that Mr. Biden has done. Right. Not that this cat was any better. Matter of fact, I think he's still wielding the baton, but that's just me. Moving along. Democratic leaders say they urgently need both presidents to bolster party turnout for the upcoming midterms. Obama is revered by many as the Democratic base, while Biden retains a strong appeal to Democratic centrists. My God, who wrote this? And has drawing power as the sitting president. What's the matter, Marge? What's for dinner? My name is not Marge. Why do you keep calling me Marge? Oh, who are you? I'm your wife, Joe. You can call me Doctor, but don't call me Marge. Okay, I'm sorry, Doctor. Since Jimmy Carter invited Gerald Ford back to the White House in 1978, nearly every sitting president has hosted a portrait unveiling ceremony for his immediate predecessor, regardless of the party, often providing an occasion for a bipartisan bonhomie. I don't know what that is. What is a bonhomie, y'all? Y'all, somebody tell me, what is a bonhomie? What does that mean, bonhomie? What is that? Like a bonfire? I don't know what that is, and I'll admit it. Anyway, moving along. When Obama hosted George W. Bush, Bush joked that Obama could now gaze at his portrait in difficult moments and ask himself, what would George do? That's funny. He would call the real guy in and have him take care of it, and that was his vice president. Anyway, former President Donald Trump skipped the tradition, setting up Wednesday's event, and it appears unlikely that Biden will host the unveiling of Trump's portrait. Earlier paintings of the Obamas were revealed or unveiled in February of 2018 by the National Portrait Gallery, including the striking image by Kehind Wiley of the former president floating amid the sea of leaves. The portraits unveiled Wednesday will hang in the White House itself. For much of the Obama presidency, the relationship between him and the Biden was hailed as a bromance. Really? Really? I didn't get that. Anyway, they had lunch every week. Obama presented Biden with the Presidential Medal of Freedom and called him the best vice president America ever had. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Oh boy. I think they had a very rich partnership during the Obama administration, says David Axelrod. Well, of course you'd say that, David, a former senior advisor to Obama who will be in attendance Wednesday. I think it would be a mistake to suggest otherwise, but aides say the bromance was always exaggerated. Oh, God. The two had a strong working relationship and a personal friendship, but aides also noted that the men come from different generations, a 19-year age gap. Child, quit lying. You know there's a 30-year age gap between them two men. Because this cat here is really not his age. This dude here, he's walking around like Weekend at Bernie's most of the time, or he's like Pawpaw that got lost, thinking that he was still working in the yard. He gets lost down there inside of the Walmart hardware department. People got to drag him. He's supposed to be one place and end up having ice cream down on the corner. This man is not 19 years older than Obama. I doubt it strongly. Anyway, it goes on to say that they have different backgrounds, and Biden served 36 years in the Senate, and Obama served less than 4, and have different styles. Obama is a gifted orator and a deep thinker. Biden is a consummate retail politician who often goes off script. I'm done. I can't. I'm not going to sit here and listen to any more of the dribble with the whole praising of the men. Anyway, I think the point that I wanted to make was the fact that they started to talk about the fact that uh, the previous president, Mr. Naranga, refused to do it for Obama. I thought that was quite funny. That's what I thought. I thought it was quite funny. So there's that. Anyway, I just thought that I would bring those to you because I did not want to forget. Now, if we want to dig a little bit deeper, I would like to talk about the fact that where is it? They were trying to save old Pelosi. Save old Pelosi. Let's see. I wanted to show you guys what they were trying to do with her. They were trying to send her somewhere to be an ambassador. Let's see. Biden says he's sure Chinese President uh, Xi at the G20 meeting in Bali. Well, whatever. I don't really remember. I don't really remember what I'm supposed to remember. But one thing is for sure, I don't remember. All right, let's see here. Where is the guy? Where's the girl? Okay, I'm just going to type it in because it was a story that's dealing with her. She just totally wants to be an ambassador if they lose in November. Yeah. Ship her off to Siberia. Let's see, what's her name? Pelosi. There you go. Yeah, there you go. There you go. There you go. Pelosi denies that she wants to be the next ambassador to Italy. All right. Well, here we are. I'm going to do this one. This is the one that I want to do right here. Boy, she's a weathered woman, isn't she? Bless her soul. Oh, for the love of Pete, she's so weathered. Here, let me let you guys see her. Yeah, it was Italy. You know good and well that's what she wanted to do. She trying to trick somebody. She knows she wanted to do it. Well, here you go. Here you go. Okay, here we are. Pelosi seeks ambassadorship to Italy if the GOP wins the House majority in midterms. Biden has not yet nominated an ambassador to Italy since entering the White House. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi is planning her next move after an expected Republican victory in November. Sources tell Fox Business that Pelosi wants President Biden to nominate her to become the next U.S. ambassador to Italy if the GOP takes the House majority in the midterm elections. Biden is holding the spot for the speaker, sources say, which is one reason he has not yet filled the position since taking office. Speculation earlier this year that a Pelosi ally and former Wall Street executive wanted the job has shifted with the increasing likelihood that the GOP takes the majority. There was no clarity yet on how a new Senate will react to a Pelosi nomination, but there was mixed reaction to her in the role from sources this week. Now, Pelosi's husband, oh, we already know. I don't even want to talk about that. That's insider trading. We already know that. They can make it, they can try to fool us, but we already know. So far, 101 Biden ambassador nominees have been confirmed by the Senate, but Biden has been slow to name ambassadors to several countries, including Italy. About a quarter, or 27% of the 194 ambassador positions, they are currently without a Senate confirmed official. There she is. Handsome woman. Presidents typically reserve ambassador posts in the most desirable locations for the people who have helped propel them to the White House, such as political operatives and donors. The ambassador's residence, Villa Tarvana, boasts a pool, private gardens, and a three-story wine cellar in Rome. Well, sign up, old Nancy, because she wants to leave one wine cellar and go straight to the next. Pelosi's office did not return Fox Business's request for comment at the time of publication. Sign your girl up. Sign her up. What are you taking your time for? What's the problem with you, Biden? Don't you know that I need to come there because they got the wine? They got a whole wine cellar. Sign her up. Wow. Ugh. Oh, well, I just wanted to hang out with you guys and say that because I just found it hilarious. Let me see what you guys are saying because I see the pronouns conspiracy theorists. She's sitting. I see a whole bunch of. Is that a guy or girl? I see pretty hair on the thumbnail, but I think it's a young lady. But anyway, you got all the laughing emojis, so I want to see them. Let me come on up here. Okay, Dale. That's a good one. Okay, they got what is this? They got to keep the European. Oh boy, money that has stamped with the 30. Oh, I appreciate you so much, Bill. Italy sent home to the mafia. Exactly what I was thinking. Nancy grew up in Little Italy in Baltimore. Thank you for that, Watchman. How have you been, Watchman? Dwight says, weathered. Yes, weathered. Handsome woman. You know, weathered like a nice pair of boots, or weathered like a nice cowboy hat, weathered like a beautiful leather vest, weathered like a nice pair of chaps. She's a weathered old gal. Whew. Pelosi is like so wicked, Bell says, and she will not go away. How can we get rid of her? I don't. Well, maybe let Trump win again. That'll probably chase her out, and she'll run like she has bats in the belfry. Get out, you guys! Get out! Hurry up, run! There are bats in the belfry. Go, go! Yeah, that's probably what's going to happen. She's with America forever. Think about it. Pretty much. Pretty much. Kenworth 18 wheelers rule. All righty. Yes, they do. Yeah, nothing wrong with a few 18 wheelers, Peterbilts and the sort, Kenworths and whatnot. All right. So I'm behind, but Bonhomie is. Oh, okay. All right. Like geniality? No, I don't care. You guys know me. You love me or you don't. You just know. Dale says, God forbid. Ah, okay, isn't the mafia huge in Italy? Yeah, pretty much. Dwight says, to understand the movies Snowpiercer and Eating Insects YouTube, the dimming by Dane Whittington. All right. Hey, Melinda, Rage. Great to see you. Is Rage Against the Machine in here? Oh, there you go. I'm coming down there. Broke down in Los Angeles on the DUI. Broke in, okay? All right. No such thing as joking. No such thing. Melinda, they got some wrenches and such going on there. Hello, Rage. How are you? Okay. Wasn't like you. Send her to Greece instead. She's Dale, you cutting up early in the morning. Rage, rage. Oh my, what's going on with the VP now? Child, I don't know, but I understand that they're all supposed to be splitting up at the latter part of this week, dealing with the upcoming anniversary of September in 2000. Whatchamafigure on the 11th, which is this Sunday. They'll all be split up, going different places. I am so glad to see you, Melinda. Fifi, I am in total agreement with you. I am so tired of these people. They are hilarious. Dwight says, mid USA, China makes around 95% of the drugs, and half of the food and water that we are eating has some of those drugs in it. I am convinced. Now, this is not anything that I've sourced or this is any information that I've found. This is just what I feel. Okay. Cheryl says more like rode hard and put up wet. Come on, get up, girl. Get up. Come on, Nancy. Keep up with me. I'm female, 100% female, born and raised. I know that's right. Pronouns, conspiracy, and theorist. I just didn't see the hair, but now I see the hair. Ooh, girl, I like your graduating hairdo. That is so pretty. I like that on your thumbnail. Oh, maybe I ought to get me an avatar thumbnail. I think that's pretty. Nancy Pelosi got the boots with the fur. She got the boots with the fur. The whole world's looking at her. She hit the floor. Shorty got low, 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 low. The apple bottom jeans. You know what? I would pay to see them get down and party. Put all of those bones together in a room. Just put all of them in a room. Look, y'all, just shove them all in a room. Shove them, shove them, shove them. And then you may want to put on a little bit of George Clinton. Pot it up to about 10 because you don't want to hurt nobody. You don't want to make nobody's little earpiece, what is it, have that little feedback in it. Yeah, we don't want to do that. We don't want any hearing aids to give feedback. It may hurt their brains. But I would love to see them all get in a party and throw on some old George Clinton. Yeah, put that on and just see them all. All you would hear all night long was just clackety, 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 clackety. All of them. Put her husband. You know they love to party. You know they love to party. Put them all in there and watch and see what happened. The Wicked Witch of the West End says, she's more like weather. Yep, she is. Hello. How are you, friend? Okay, let's see what else we got here. I just want to say hello to everybody. Jacqueline says, fading. Me too. I'm getting ready to go to bed. Oh, I love you too, Dale. I love you too. I love all of y'all. Okay. I'm telling you, you guys, I could just imagine them putting her in a party and just getting there. That's right. Hit the flow and still down there. Okay, Drea. Just get her down there on the floor. Just be booking. Get it on the floor. Get it on the floor. Israeli News Live said he has intel that Harris is now the president. He said that she was sworn in today, but it won't be announced but it will be announced tomorrow. I guess we will see. Well, that's the reason why I wanted to get all that informative news out about her tonight, just in case he has the truth. So now Nancy's fur coat's going to come alive like Ghostbusters. Good night to you, Dale. Hugs and kisses. LOL, that was a good one, right? We're about to get out of here as Luciferians are running clown world. The plan is moving in the Baphomet ways to blur the lines of XY and XX. You guys, I know, right? To confuse the children. It is a shame. We were just talking about that. Yeah, she needs to be retired. She's probably not really even real. I think they reanimate people. I know that sounds crazy, but I'd be thinking they reanimate people. Hey, big bad bull. Hello, kind sir. How are you? How are you? Italy ambassador Nasty should feel right at home. All the mafia around, okay? Yeah, right. Heck yeah, funky. I know that's right. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. Nancy Pelosi from gambling chips to computer chips. Oh, wow. Thank you. But this was my actual picture, no avatar. Oh, I love it. Oh, I love that. Oh my goodness. That's funny, right? Love you too. Yoakanan Bell. You Yahoo Kanan Bell. Thank you. Big bad bull. Okay, you guys. Dell, blessings, blessings, blessings. Houston, we have an issue. Okay. Oh Lord, you guys, that's funny. All right, I'm gonna get on out of here, but I just wanted to bring those few stories to you guys because, like you said, you know what? Tomorrow we may hear that she is the one um, And if that's the case, I want to get all that out now. But what do you think about the story with her saying that she had not eaten a grape? Now, that I really want to ask you guys about before we leave. Kamala Harris claims that she did not eat her first grape until she was in her 20s. That is amazing. Please go down below in the description and pull these stories up for yourself so that you guys can see them. Okay? My hair is below my butt. LOL, no avatar. You guys are all jamming. All right, you guys, you all take care of one another, and I appreciate you all for tuning in to listen to what we had to say here on our news clip. Yeah, she is, right, Jeannie? That's the deal. I mean, that's amazing. As well as the fact that they were able to go back and pull the timeline up and show that it's impossible for her to ever have done any of the stuff that she said she did. She's just a faker, raker, ruaway. Faker, raker, ruaway. Liar, liar, pants on fire. All right, you guys, I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in with me. Please remember what we always say on any Felicia Lockhart Group publications, and that is that man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds out of the mouth of the Most High. You guys take care of yourselves first, because if you ain't straight, ain't nobody else going to be all right. And then I want you to look around and take care of somebody else. But I want you also to do one thing for me. Until you and I see each other again, please continue to be blessed. To receive instant notification each time I upload, please hit the subscribe button and the bell notification. Helping you